Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. We're taking a look at the ETH chart while Ether and a lot of other coins are currently trying to form a first reversal pattern, a first 1-2 setup. At the moment, I can only identify 3 waves up because Ether has not yet fulfilled requirements for 5 waves, and I can share with you why. I can show you why. But it's starting to look interesting because Ethereum is pushing against initial resistance. You can see that the resistance area is being respected. I showed you that yesterday. It's defined between 2,425 and 2,529 USD. And so far it's being respected. The price is still holding below it. I have added a micro support area. It's defined between 2,351 and 2,396. As long as we're holding it, the focus could be on one more high potentially, right? But we first need to see this, okay? We first need to see a break above that resistance, coupled, with a 5-wave move, which it would be if we get one more high, possibly targeting 2,621 or above, and only then we have, at least from an Elliott wave point of view, a possible first reversal signal. All we've got now is a 3-wave corrective rally into resistance. As I shared with you yesterday, basically forecasted a rally into resistance in white wave 4, and possibly we could get one more low, but I'm definitely interested in this reversal attempt. So let's say we hit the trend line down there, rallied into resistance, and now we just need to see if the market has the, let's say, the bullishness to form a 5-wave pattern and break above resistance. Just to make it very clear again, we need one more high for a, let's say, clear 5-wave move. And if the price now breaks below 2,351, it would be a first indication that the bulls have failed to form the 5 waves. Why is it only 3 waves at the moment? Can you not count 5 already? Well, that is what those would say who don't use Fibonacci guidelines for counting the waves. Anybody can count 5 waves everywhere. But it's more about using the Fib levels, the guidelines. First of all, I could say, hey, yeah, 3, 4, 5, valid. But the problem is you have an overlap with wave 1 and 4. That's one thing. That's not the end of the world because it could always be a diagonal. But you see how the wave 2 and the wave 4 are completely disproportionate. The wave 4 is much smaller than the wave 2. That doesn't look right. Also, it would mean that the wave 3 is only a 3-wave move. Doesn't really look right. And it would look best to have the 3rd here, the 4th here, and then maybe one more high. Because then I can easily say in the 3rd wave we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just the micro patterns here. Again, this is just micro counting, it's very fragile, okay? But it helps us understand the market structure. Not really an overlap between 1 and 4. I think it just about avoided it. So you could still go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might also be a diagonal, but anyway, the more important than the micro count itself is that the 3rd wave now only now has reached the 1.38 extension. And I call that the first reliable target for a 3rd wave. Now, if a 3rd wave doesn't even get there, it's highly questionable. So that's why I'm tracking that Fib level. And the 5th wave should get to the 1.618 extension or higher. So that's why I'd like to see that one more high actually in wave 5. Doesn't mean it has to happen. We are still below resistance. But what it means is if we get the 5 waves, then we have a first valid reversal signal, and that means pullbacks could be opportunities. It would be an Elliott wave long trade setup. Doesn't mean you couldn't trade it in any other way. Of course you could. Just note that from an Elliott wave point of view, there is not the reliable setup yet to tell us that we've bottomed. Not with only 3 waves. Yeah. So, and the break below 2,351 would be a first indication of a failure here, that we failed to form 5 waves. At the moment, we might be working on wave 4, and we just need to watch this micro support area today. That's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.